Prologue of Olga Romanoff. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Olga Romanoff by George Griffith. Prologue. The Prophecy of Netas. These are the last words of Israel Demirska, known in the days of strife as Netas, the master of terror, given to the children of deliverance dwelling in the land of Aria in the 25th year of the peace, which in the reckoning of the West is the year 1930. My life is lived, and the wings of the angel of death overshadow me as I write. But before the last summons comes, I must obey the spirit within me that bids me tell of the things that I have seen, in order that the story of them shall not die, nor be disguised by false reports, as the years multiply, and the mists gather over the graves of those who, with me, have seen and wrought them. For this reason, the words that I write shall be read publicly in the ears of you and your children and your children's children, until they shall see a sign in heaven to tell them that the end is at hand. No man among you shall take away from that which I have written, nor yet add anything to it. And every 5th year, at the festival of deliverance, which is held on the anniversary of victory, this writing of mine shall be read, that those who shall hear it with understanding may lay its warning to heart, and that the lessons of the great deliverance may never be forgotten among you. It was in the days before the beginning of peace that I, Netas the Jew, cast down and broken by the hand of the tyrant, conceived and created that which was known as the Terror. The kings of the earth and their servants trembled before my invisible presence, for my arm was long, and my hand was heavy. Yet no man knew where or when I would strike, only that the blow would be death to him on whom it shall fall, and that nowhere on earth should he find a safe refuge from it. In those days the earth was ruled by force and cunning, and the nations were armed camps set one against the other. Millions of men, who had no quarrel with their neighbours, stood waiting for the word of their rulers to blast the fair fields of earth with the fires of war, and to make desolate the homes of those who had done them no wrong. In the 3rd year of the 20th century, Richard Arnold, the Englishman, conquered the empire of the air, and made the first ship that flew as a bird does, of its own strength and motion. He joined the Brotherhood of Freedom, then known among men as the Terrorists, of whom I, Netas, was the master. And then he built the aerial fleet, which, in the day of Armageddon, gave us the victory over the tyrants of the earth. At the same time, Alan Tremaine, a noble of the English people, into whose soul I had caused my spirit to enter, in order that he might serve me and bring the day of deliverance nearer, caused all the nations of the Anglo-Saxon race to join hands, from the west and to the east, in a league of common blood and kindred, and they, in the appointed hour, stood between the sons and daughters of men and those who would have enslaved them afresh. The chief of these was Alexander Romanoff, last of the Tsars or tyrants of Russia, whose armies, leagued with those of France, Italy, Spain, and certain lesser powers, and assisted by a great fleet of war balloons that could fly, though slowly, wherever they were directed, swept – like a destroying pestilence from the western frontiers of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?